Good evening, brothers and sisters. Well, let's not lose hope. Let's keep strong, in these end times. We must. I appreciate that. I'm reading the comments, and I asked in the last video why Watchmen dropping out. Well, because it's getting dangerous to be a watchman or anybody these days, to be honest with you. But just rest assured, I'm going to be here and trying to do God's work and bring us in home safely. Okay, I'm just a watchman. I can only go by. It's this way out. Psst. What do you make of this? That's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And I've put out 2 videos on Lee Dundas recently. The last 2, I think. Yes, which were not controversial. I wanted to see a second one because I wanted to know a character. And when I found out a character, I felt compelled to put it up as a video. So do forgive me if it's not your liking, but it was, I was in tears about what she's saying and the cruelty in the world. And that's just what we're seeing. Goodness knows what we're not seeing. But God doesn't miss nothing. He sees everything. He knows every hair on your head. That's what we're here for, to promote the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, so that he will watch your head. That by if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you are saved. You're saved from the coming wrath. You are saved if you died now. You're going home. It's time to work, brothers and sisters, and time to look at the news. We're looking at the news to bring home what we're trying to do, what we're trying to see. It doesn't affect us really, which we've seen in the comments. You're absolutely right. It doesn't affect us. We've now got to get picked up and back on with the work, as I said in the first video today. Keep going, keep pushing forward, drudging your feet. There was a GIF on Discord last night, and it was a guy running his arms like that, his head down. I know how he feels. I know how he feels. But we've all got to be there, because when he comes, at the voice of the archangel, oh, well, keep going, brothers and sisters, be encouraged. But we're looking at some news again tonight to see what's happening out and about out there. We've seen the COVID-19, which we're doing a little bit of. Got to be careful what I say. But I thought we'd just have a break in this video into normal bad news. Okay, the breaking news. Away from COVID and away from the elections. I will keep you posted as I know on the elections. They're not my elections. They're US, I'm UK. But we're supporting, our Boris Johnson is supporting whoever wins, and there's no option, he's got to. And I see Netanyahu's doing that as well. So it's a bit, it's very messy at the moment. But it doesn't matter who wins. I've got to say this. It doesn't matter, because God's planned it. Whoever wins this, God's planned it. But what it's done for us is give us a conclusion, give us something to look at. That's what it's saying. If Biden wins and they are as bad as they say they are, which we're going to go through some news, all hell could break loose on earth, which is the tribulation. Now, for those who don't know what the tribulation is, it's explained quite well in the last book of the Bible, the book of Revelation, start at chapter 6. Get it on your phone and read it, because that's what's coming. That's what's coming. You can miss it. You can confess. You can believe in Jesus. You can turn to the Lord and escape. He came, died on the cross, and rose again, so that you can do that free of charge. If you keep these things in your heart, as it says in 1 Corinthians 15, 1-4. You keep these and you start following him. You don't turn to the left. You don't turn to the right. You keep in him. How do you do that? Discord. I'll go into that at the end. But anyway, let's look at news. Sorry to babble on, guys. I know you keep telling me off. Jerusalem Post. It's so tense and has been around the Middle East like it's never been before. In the way it's never been before. But Syrian army clashes with Dara's fighters near Israel and Jordan. Reports of artillery and that local militant groups from the western village of Dara deployed near Tafas leaves questions about who is in control. Tension boiled over in Syria's southern Daraz province on Sunday as the Syrian army reportedly sent its 4th Division on a sweep of towns and villages after several Syrian soldiers were killed. Much remains unclear in the areas of southern Syria, that about the Golan and also Jordan, in the area that was retaken by the Syrian regime in 2018 but remains restive. Restive? Well, we're not getting much rest. We are at world unpeace at the moment with the virus and everything that's going on. It's never been this way, guys. If this is not a major sign, even to the unsaved, even to the unknowledgeable, your world is collapsing. Your world is absolutely collapsing around us. Earthquakes, fires, the Times Square clock counting down to no return. It's, dare I say, imminent. It's going to happen. Now we know, going on to the virus, we know that they've got a vaccine. They know it's 90% tested, or 90% safe is probably the best way, but there's a 10% deficit that could falter. But we know they've got one, and not just one. Other countries are rushing behind with this vaccine. Now, I don't know whether this is good news, bad news. I really don't know, because I don't know what's in the vaccine. I will be researching for your advice as to what they're making these vaccines with. If it's aborted babies, then we've got a problem. We've got a problem. But again, not us. It's not news for us, this. It's news at current times to say, look, it can't go any more. There is no more prophecy. I've given up looking at the moment. If someone tells me this needs to be fulfilled before tribulation, then I will be straight on emails to you. Don't forget the mailing list. Please sign up to that. They're one shot in 5 minutes to everyone that's on it. And there's 700 on there now. It's free and you can unsubscribe. But the vaccine, yeah, it's going to help, isn't it? But on the other turn of the coin, Israelis may be infected with a new coronavirus strain from Denmark minks. Oh my goodness. Only a small number of people have been confirmed as carrying, well, that's how it started last time, the new mutation, and the likelihood of patient carrying the infection coming to Israel is low. But where else in the world can they go? It's a new strain. We've got a vaccine there. We've got a new strain there. Do they work? Is it compatible? I don't know. It's just mind-blowing what's happening now. It is mind-blowing. But the prophecy we're looking for more than any now, we know Israel is surrounded naturally by potential enemies. We're looking for the Ezekiel 38:39 intervention with Russia and Turkey. We know Iran is boiling over. So that's what we're actually looking for. We're not looking at it tonight, but that's what the next prophecy in line, because if I'm seeing that, I think I'm in the tribulation. That's not likely to happen. I think I'm going to be watching that from a ringside seat. I don't want to see it. I want to go home and forget about this place for 7 years. And going on behind the scenes, Iran offers Arab states mafia deal of security or punishment after Trump. Man, the message was clearly aimed at Gulf states and others that are partnered with the US. Iran has sought to reach out to its Arab neighbours, with Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif warning them that US President Donald Trump will be leaving in 70 days, but Iran's regime will remain forever, he urged them, to realise that betting on outsiders to provide security is never a good gamble. When they're saying peace and safety, when they are saying peace and safety, the peace and safety keeps popping its head up. The peace plan is done. There's nothing much to look at. Nothing much at all. And to have a quick look at what's going on around us from now the end begins. news, Breaking Podcasts news, okay? But NTEB Prophecy News Podcast, as Kamala Harris promised Black Lives Matter militants now demanding your raised fist in Marxist solidarity. Well, there's a challenge. Now we're going to hopefully not see, but now the world is going to see the purpose behind their voting. Remember, God puts all in control. He gives us our kings and leaders. There's an ultimate plan that the devil doesn't know. Satan does not know this plan. He's reading it like we are. But only we will be told the final end. Probably when we're home. We'll be home in a new body soon, brothers and sisters. Be encouraged, brothers and sisters. On this episode at the NTEB Prophecy News Podcast, we are seeing exactly what type of havoc the bitter fruits of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration will wreak upon us here in the United States, and how this will usher in America unknown by any of the founding fathers. When I was in school, teachers taught us about the evils of socialism, fascism, communism and Marxism, all things that today are glorified by the Democrat Party and the progressive pitbulls. Are you a Christian who voted for this mess? You should be ashamed of yourself. I didn't say that, by the way. This is the article. And guess what? You're going to get it with both barrels as your new masters enforce. You obey. You better get used to raising your fist in support of the new brown shirts. Well, look, just confidence, guys. If you voted for him or not, if you're a Christian, you're going home out of it. You know, it's a militant side. We make mistakes, you know, but fortunately Jesus got that covered. And he did it in a very, very, very magnificent way. We're going. If you keep these in your heart, don't be turned away by what you're seeing on the news. Please. Don't be frightened about what you're hearing. Please. Stay strong. He's got it all in control. He knows every hair on your head. He knows everything about you, how you make it. He knows you in the womb. He knew you before time, no doubt. He knows you. Now, the only place I can send you, as I say on every video, is Discord. Discord is the social site we use. It's called Discord. We can't change it. Sorry about that. But I actually must check to see if Discord, the word Discord's in the Bible. But anyway, here there are how many? 2,957 now in using this site to keep together in with Lamps Lit. There is a link in the description where you can join it. I think it says the Disciple server. If you can't get on a link from an older video, please go to the newer video. Go to the channel or something. Go to the newer video or contact one of the others on there by DM if you've got. But download Discord first and then put the link in and you'll go to there. But the latest videos, we had a bit of bother and we changed the link and people are coming in off old links and can't get in. So there's always a bit of problem, but we'll help you to get in. We're glad to see you there. If you want baptized, and then speak to Victoria, Grace Girl, or Grace Girl Victoria. If you want to speak about deliverance, speak to Mary, New Creation Ma'am. And for divine healing, get Cal to pray over you, Cal M. Okay, you'll get to know them very fast in there. They're the people who in the green lights. Cal is in the southern hemisphere, and Victoria and Mary are in the northern hemisphere, for want of a better word. Maybe not. But anyway, they're here in our side of the world because it's global 24/7. Sorry to bang on. I'll just leave you with this, not so short one. And I'll leave you with, may God bless you, keep you, make his face to shine upon you, and be gracious to you. Until tomorrow. But pray always. God bless.